All right, welcome everybody. We're at the Industry Influencer Series today, joined by James Morris. James, thanks
Good
for
to see you
joining us.
again.
I should say James Morris, CPP, member of the ASIS UK Board of Directors.
Yep.
New, right? New 2019?
Yeah, well, about 3 weeks ago, so very new.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thanks.
And so James is joining us today to talk a little bit about ASIS UK's YP initiatives.
Yep.
And also we're going to touch on a topic near and dear to his heart in and around crisis response management and so on. So James, maybe start a bit of backstory. How'd you get involved with ASIS UK and why the YPs?
Great question. So I've been an ASIS member for close to 10 years. I started my security career. I was a reserve soldier. I mobilized to Iraq in early 2004. I was doing an engineering degree, decided to pause that while I went to Iraq, and it's still on pause. I haven't gone back. But after kind of 9 months serving with the military in Iraq, I then joined ASIS, the UK security company. Spent over 2 years working private security in Iraq. Then I ended up in Afghanistan. After 6 years, Iraq and Afghanistan decided to try something different, so I ended up in gold mining in West Africa. And then after 6 years, between Ghana and Senegal, moved back to the UK. My ASIS journey started partly because of a recommendation from a very good friend of mine. I was new to the industry. I didn't really know what the industry was, or really.
A lot of us don't, right?
Well, you just kind of fall into the industry, right? That's what we do. And my friend recommended ASIS as a way to understand the industry a little bit more, and also to build my network, which I've come to learn is a key thing. And really, it's gone from strength to strength for me. You know, when I was in Kabul, I was associated with the UK chapter because obviously we didn't have a Kabul chapter. Right. I helped set up the Ghana chapter when I was in Ghana, so I then changed. And then when I came back to UK, I rejoined the UK chapter. And as you well know, it's a busy chapter.
It's a thriving chapter.
We like to talk about how big we are and you know, the biggest chapter outside of North America. But it is a very active chapter, and it's a great one to be part of. So I've enjoyed it.
Everything I read, and you're active on social media, LinkedIn and Twitter, the initiatives in and around the YP are progressing kind of fast and furious. I hear a lot about networking and mentoring, and I think that there's a mentoring program going on. Is that correct?
Yeah, so ASIS has its own mentoring program, but we also recently started a YP mentoring program in the UK, and the reason for that is we've tried to be, not to say that ASIS isn't inclusive, but we've tried to be a little bit more inclusive in that we open up YP events to non-ASIS members. Our thinking being that it's a good way for a young professional to dip their toe in and understand if ASIS is the right path for them. We have a number of groups in the UK, and essentially what we're trying to demonstrate is how we as ASIS can benefit a young professional over some of those other groups. The mentoring program is open to non-members. We're focusing quite heavily on students. And what we were finding at young professional events was we were getting students who were coming to us just after they submitted the dissertation, and suddenly the real world is calling and they don't know where to go.
Help.
And actually what we're trying to do is to be at a point where we can have that conversation 2 years previously, so that gives them the time, whilst they're thinking about their dissertation, they can also start thinking about what comes next.
Exactly.
And as a result, we've tried to focus our mentoring program around that, and we've had a really great uptick. A number of people interested.
And I mean, the earlier the better, right? In terms of
absolutely.
Getting that insight into what industry is,
Absolutely.
and then it ties into what your dissertation is going to be in and about.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you can get some industry experience and you can link up with different companies, I'll give you a great example. We had a guy come to us at an event we did about a month ago, was interested in analysis, wanted to be an analyst, but didn't really know what that meant. So it sounded like a cool thing to do, but didn't really know what it meant. Was coming up to submitting his dissertation, and because he came to our event, we were able to introduce him to two people, one who was currently working as an analyst and one who was a head of intelligence. And that helped him crystallize what he wanted to do. And actually the feedback he got was, you know what, I thought that's what I want to do, it is what I want to do, and that was a great opportunity. So
it's nice to
again, shows the
that
value of coming and also the network as well.